Hello everyone, my name is John Kelleher and today I'm going to talk to you about my experience and some of my advice in relation to European funding. To give you some background on who I am a computer scientist at Technological University Dublin, where I'm the academic leader of the ICE Research Institute. I'm also a co-principal investigator at the Adapt Research Centre and in the Centre for Research Training in Digitally Enhanced Reality. And finally, and most relevantly for today, I am a work package lead on the Horizon 2020 Precise4Q project. My research is in the area of artificial intelligence. Originally, this focused on dialogue systems and human-robot interaction, but for the last 10 to 15 years, I focused on machine learning and natural language processing. The project I'd like to talk to you about today is the Precise4Q project, which is focused on using machine learning to create clinical decision support systems for the treatment of stroke. The consortium of partners involved in this project are from across Europe, and I became a partner in this consortium through teaching a machine learning course at one of these partners, where I met an academic who was involved in preparing the proposal. And after the course, they invited me to join the group and help in preparing the project. The project involves creating machine learning clinical decision support systems for the different stages of stroke, including prevention, acute treatment, rehabilitation, and reintegration. And at TU Dublin, we're leading the development of models across all these 4 stages. My advice in relation to European funding would begin by recognizing the fact that Precise4Q was the first grant that I secured significant funding through, but it certainly wasn't the first one I applied for. In fact, it wasn't the first one that the consortium applied for. We had actually identified a target call the year before and applied for that. We got close to the bar, but weren't successful. And so we took the feedback from that application and identified a new target the following year. And using that feedback, improved our application and reapplied. And we secured the funding on that second attempt. So the first piece of advice I would talk to you about is, I would say, if you don't succeed, reuse the proposal. Try to identify a similar call, use the feedback to improve the application, and then reapply. The other pieces of advice I'd give you are, first, I'd focus on working with the best possible partners. The stronger your consortium is, the more likely it is to succeed and be funded. And the second aspect I would talk to you about is look to work with people who complement your research, rather than people who do the same research as you. So in our proposal in Precise4Q, we're the main computer science department, and most of the other partners are clinicians. So this makes it very easy for us to identify complementary research with these partners. More generally, being an academic, you need to get used to failure, for applying to things and being rejected. So I'd advise you to be ready to be persistent and be resilient. Also be ambitious, target working with the best people possible, and seek people who are complementary to your research. I'd also advise you to focus on your trajectory rather than the success of others. It can be very disheartening to focus in on everyone else's success. Remember, they have different opportunities to you, so try to focus on how you're progressing in your own career. I'd also say that writing a large-scale proposal takes a lot of time, but it isn't successful purely based on whether or not it's being funded. As a scientist, you can progress your research a lot just by taking the time to write the proposal, because it helps you to develop new ideas. So it's worth investing time in writing proposals, not only for the funding, but also to help yourself develop and also to create new connections with other top-level researchers. I'd also advise you to use the supports available to you. Use the research offices in your institutions and engage with the national contact points as early as you can. They'll help you get into good research consortia and to identify calls. Thank you for your time. I hope you find the advice useful.